This is my new obsession lately, the babies, because I love doing short hair, and but I love having the use of all three of them in reality, and so. Okay, so what's happening to his hair, like a lot of guys, is that as he comes up and through here, the DMT in his hair is, you know what it's doing? It's smothering the blood flow to his hair follicle. So that's what's happening. He's got DMT, which is a hormone. That's cutting off some of the blood flow to these hairs here. You can reverse that up.
Oh.
Huh?
How do you reverse that?
You can,
He tapped his head.
you can reverse it up with, say, Rogaine. You can also reverse it up with, there's a product from Aveda called Invati that creates a lot of blood flow, and that's how you do it. You need blood flow.
Or the high frequency machine with it.
Yeah, that's it, the high frequency machine.
Do you have it?
Daddy tapped it.
Are there any Persian girls in here right now?
No.
No.
Persians basically have a lot of that in their system. Genetically, they have a lot of DMT. So if you'll start realizing, like, there's going to be Persian girls that have really thick hair.
Yeah.
And you're going to find some Persian girls that are losing a lot of their hair. It's because of that they have too much of that genetic hormone. Okay, so looks good, right? That's just a nice, good, male, awesome, great haircut. Okay, so now we're going to turn it this way. Pick this up like so. Use that curve this way. So I'm also, I'm a believer that right now barbering is super in and super trendy because every rapper, every athlete, tons of actors, they're all wearing their hair barbered, right? And you know what I mean by barbered, fades, you know, that kind of thing. Whereas this kind of cutting isn't so much barbering, this is more like styling. You understand what I'm saying? So, but you can combine the two, and not every guy has to be faded. And, you know, and so you pull it out, you know, you have the ability to go either way, and you pull it out for whatever you think is appropriate. But you can see how this curve really just helps with this. See? Look how simple this is. See what I'm saying? If I was with a straight shear, I'd be in here. A little different vibe. Yes, you can do it for sure, but it's much more rigid. When you have the curve, you've got to bend, so it softens the scissor, so to speak. When you're dealing with all this bulk, you got to be careful. You know, you got a lot of knuckles and stuff that's happening up here, so it's a little bit different. See, it's not bending around my fingers. Take out some of that bulk now. Okay, so that connection point, I'll come back in, and then I'll take the soft shear part, the thinning part of the soft shear. So I don't need the soft shears anymore because really what I want to do is not cut this any shorter. I want to cut into it more and diffuse it. So and this will give the haircut a lot more polish. And these are really nice thinners because they have a nice, really fine teeth, and they really get in there and clean out any bulk. So, you know, we're changing this around. Now all of a sudden, Byron's gone from being like just a regular everyday guy to being a little hip and trendy right now. He's like a cool look, but not over the top either, you know, more sophisticated. Cool shape. Look now what the top of his hair is doing already. See it? See how much more volume he's got up in here now? See? as you guys know, when you're working with a fine-tooth thinning shear, you know that you can cut straight lines with this, right? You know how you do that? You guys know, right? So, in other words, like if you're here, boom, and you hit it, it's going to cut every other hair. But if you want to cut a whole full line, you just across, yeah.
I didn't know that, but thank you. Well, that makes sense. I do that sometimes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah. Sometimes.
You never thought of it, but
I
you
never
do
thought
it.
about it, yeah.
Right. But it's a good way of really diffusing the line out, you know. So it's a way of cutting a straight line, but with tons of like diffusion in it.
It's like a soft straight line.
Turn your whole body like that.
Byron, you just lost like 10 years. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Byron.
Thanks.
Are we going to be able to
I don't know
handle
if
you
that's
from
what you
now
were
on,
looking
Byron?
for. I don't know if that was what you were looking for.
What are we going to, are you going to have more women going after you now than ever before?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We with a
Whatever
good haircut. Better.
I think your dad's jealous. He might want to get in on
Uh-oh.
Possibly he will ask for next time for a haircut.
He will ask for a haircut like that. Perfect. So now it's just a matter of, you know, looking around. Can you stand up for me again? So now we're just kind of, you know, now back to the sculpting situation. I think we're a little too bulky here. So I'm going to go about halfway in. Don't want to go so see-through to expose this. But I'm going to get some of that bulk out. So now you can see a much better silhouette on his head, right? This is now building out. We've got a good weight line here. We've got a taper. Much more lift in here. Short, but not that kind of fade, you know, like a kid. You know what I mean? More up going on up in here now. We'll leave that length coming through here. And although I love, you know, that's another. I mean, I love just awesome fades, man. They just make me so happy when I see one or when I get to do a killer fade. There's nothing more fun than that.
You can rock a good fade. You have great hair for that.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got lucky there.
Do it in 10 minutes.
Bang, bang, bang. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So that's it. So we're just going to detail now a little bit and just keep going until we see what we like. We'll line them up a little bit in front. When a guy reseats here, if this comes down too far, you want to cut that back.
Yeah, that's very dramatic.
Right.
What? Repeat that again?
So, when a guy has these widow's peaks, like myself, you have them, you got them.
Okay.
A lot of guys have them. Almost, well, no, you know what I mean?
Everyone has them.
But I'm saying some guys have that full solid hairline around it, it's all around, but then some guys recede like this. So the farther that this goes back, the shorter this has to be. Because if this is longer, then
It's going to make it extended.
Yeah.
exactly. So it gives the illusion of this being back twice as far. Now, that all depends also on how you're styling it. So if it's going to flop over and cover, that's okay. You know, you can go with that. Right?
I like one.
No, it's not. It's not a flaw. It's a masculine trait. It looks great.
Right.
Okay, another thing that I know that all you guys know about, but I'll just say it. Maybe there's one person who's dying to hear this for whatever reason. When you're doing men, your job is not just cut their hair, your job is to groom them. That means you gotta groom their eyebrows. You gotta understand, you guys? You gotta groom everything. That's your job. You're checking this guy in and you're grooming him because he's going to be a finely groomed man. And so it's your job to do that, especially if you're charging $150 for a man's haircut, like we do at Christophe. That's part of what goes with it. So that means when you're doing the neck, I go with a razor blade. Why? Because it's cleaner, cuts down farther, it's longer to grow out. Then I'll go down the neck, down here. Just little extra things like that. This might be a little something that you guys might want to know. This is my favorite cutting comb I've ever had. We have Baxter in our area, the Baxter's men line. We're a really good men line. And they're all about great barbers. As a matter of fact, Baxter, the whole company, and their hair care system, and they have a barber shop, and so it's called Baxter of California. I would get one of these for yourself. They're so awesome. They're heavy. It's like the really high quality comb, and they're perfect size for scissor over comb, and you will love this. You will love this. So just call Baxter or go on their website, Baxter.
BAXTER.
BAXTER, Baxter. I got that when they did the show with us in Long Beach. They gave me this, and I had it in my drawer for like a month or two. And finally one day I pulled it out, and I'm like, oh my God, this is my new favorite, most awesome comb ever. Even better than these. And these are pretty damn cool, but these are even better. You'll love this, I promise you. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, let me see over here.
Baxter combs. Ooh, they're expensive.
Are they?
But they're worth it.
What do they run, like 10, 20?
Yeah. And so, oh, Amazon has them too.
Oh, cool.
No, they have $9.95.
Oh, that's a good price.
Mm.
Oh, and this thing is super durable too. So ever since I've had it, it just lasts so great.
I'm like, I've spent $8 on a comb.
Yeah.
I love that comb. It's like my favorite.
Instead of having like 10 really shitty ones, have one or two really good ones. You know what I mean?
Cool. Baxter, BAXER. Yeah, they look cool. I think I'm gonna order one.
You found it on Amazon already?
Yeah.
Can you send me the link?
Sure. One second.
After you finish
Let's leave it like that.
Almost there. You're almost free.
See, it's kind of tricky because it says Baxter, and then the other one says Kent, and it's almost the same comb, but it's cheaper. You have to be careful. Kentech is another brand.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know how Amazon does that.
Yeah,
They
so
trick
maybe
you
let's
into
go to
one.
the Baxter
They
website.
trick you into one and then you buy something else.
Yeah, I always check.
Baxter. Oh, maybe that's Baxter. Let me go better.
Myron, thank you for being a great model. You came like right in the split, nickety split time. We needed you. Okay, let's get all this hair off here. Come on, sit.
Yeah, but who knew you were gonna get a $350 haircut?
I'm lucky.
We were lucky to have you. Now, here's what I would do. Here's what I would do with him if he was in the salon. If he was in the salon, I'd sell him a good pomade. Not something with too much hold, just a light cream maybe, with a touch of hold, because once again, it's not his gig, you know what I'm saying? So we want something that can let his hair be full and flow. I would also sell him something that a lot of guys might balk on, but it, once again, why not look your best in life? You guys know what hair, you guys know what hair, the hair texture, you know, the,
That's right, spring.
not the spray,
No,
but
the powder.
The fiber.
Yeah.
I'd sell him a fiber.
No, to cover
No,
it
to
up.
cover
Just to
it.
cover
Oh,
hair.
the color one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
It'll make his head.
something you go like this and, okay, so let's go with just a soft sort of cream.
Yeah.
We'll go with this, Miracle Blow.
Okay.
It's called Love. And so you need to have a little grit on it. The reason I'm doing this is I don't have a pomade to use right here, but if I had one, I'd use a pomade.
Did you create your line create a pomade or no?
No, not yet. We have, our first 6 products are more, our first 7 products are more or less smoothie products, and then our next 7 are grit products.
Okay, so your blowout product is like what? Why should I use? Like what does
why?
it do?
Okay, let me tell
Yeah,
you.
just because I'm a master in blowout, so
Dude, me too.
okay.
I want to see
Let's
you
do
blow
it.
out. I want to get down.
He's so excited.
No, it's great to learn.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
vice versa from me
Yeah.
and you.
So
Like
tell
I
me what.
said, collab. You know, it's all about the collab, man.
I love how you use that in the spray. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So just
Yeah, that was a good idea, right?
just gives a little bit of hold, a little bit of grit. Okay. The pH on this is 4.5. That's one of the reasons it works so good because it's 4.5, so it closes the shit out of the cuticle. It has keratin in it,
Mm.
and we have something that nobody else has in their products. We have a proprietary product in here that I can't tell you what it is, but it actually opens up the cuticle so that the keratin can go inside the hair, and that's why this will give you the smoothest blow dry you've ever had. So it's kind of
So it's good for frizzy, like for that hair that's like.
frizzy hair.
So it'd be
yeah,
good for textured hair?
Unbelievable.
So do you
This-
sell a larger
No,
pump than that?
no.
This will go right away
Yeah, this when I blow her hair, I'll share some of this stuff, why this is different than anything on the market. When we were testing this, they kept sending this, we kept tweaking it. But as we got closer and closer, I would call my brother, he would be in his salon using it, I'd be in my salon, and I'd be like, dude, what do you think about this blow dry lotion? And the only thing that as we got close, the only thing we could say to each other, I love it, I love this. So that's how the name was born, Love. I said, why don't we just name it Love? That's also happened with this. So this is a miracle leave-in spray. It smooths, protects, detangles, and hydrates. This will fix like everything that's wrong with your hair. Like 4 sprays of this, and your hair is like all just transformed. If it's frizzy, no more frizz. If it tangles, no more tangles. If it's dry, it will hydrate it. If it's weak, it will protect it. So when we were using this is our #1 selling product. When we're using this, all we could say to each other is, this stuff's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. So That's kind of, we just had fun naming it. So this is called Refresh. This is I use this, not as a hairspray, it's a dry shampoo, but it has no talc, it has no carcinogenics, and I use it kind of as almost like a bonfire, right? So if you spray this in the hair, this sort of, it will give body to the hair. And a lot of girls that maybe blow their hair maybe once or twice a week, one of the problems with that is that your hair starts to smell. That's the reason you need to wash it more than anything. Is it's still holding its shape and blow dry, but it's starting to get funky. So
Is that aerosol or bag and valve?
what's that?
Aerosol or bag and valve?
Aerosol, yeah. And then these two, and then our shampoo and conditioner, coconut crush, and these are filled with coconut lipids. You guys know what a lipid is? A lipid is a fat, and the best thing for your hair, almost one of the best things for your hair in the world is coconut lipid fat. It's one of the most nourishing things that you can find, and this will create luxurious hair and hydrate your hair without heaviness.
They only used a little bit.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's like a block. Yo subí un poquito y agarré todo el cabeza.
You're ready for our dates.
Ready?
And date. He said, I'm ready, but not for a date. Yeah, it's a date.
Nothing too hip, just a good solid men's haircut.
Very
Thank
nice.
you very much. Thanks, Mom. Juuksed.
It's a good technique to cut hair. It's like a dentist was a good surgeon. You are a surgeon of the hair.
There you go.
Because you got hands,
Thank you very much.
tools.
I take my job seriously.
You got water?
I'd like to do this when I get on the road.
Yeah.
You want to get a chair too?
Come on.